Monday, and it's the best day of the weekend. I really just want to talk about Mission Monday and really what we set, because we set an intention for the week. That's what I do. I show up here every Monday for one thing. So we set an intention for our week. And that's what we're doing here today. Last week we looked at OOCEMR. If you want to go take a look at that last Mission Monday last week was fantastic. We talked about what our options, what our outcome, what our consequences, how we evaluate, how we mitigate and resolve those engagements. Really what we set, because we set an intention for the and then I got that going on, right? So this week, I really wanted to. So we set an intention for our week, and that's what we're doing here today. And the best thing about last week, we look at OOCEMR. If you want to go take a look at that last Mission Monday last week, was fantastic. We talk about what our options, what our outcome, what our consequences, how we evaluate, how we mitigate and resolve those engagements. Stop right now. Oh, I hope this doesn't crash. Too much going on this morning. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna be wishing here, Mission Mond, and we're not crashing. We're growing. I can see my health here. I think I might have just crashed. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna pay attention here, guys. 42 seconds will change your life. And what we have here going on today is Mission Monday, and my stuff is turning. And I always know one thing: we have an intention to set for the week and what's going on. So I'm wearing this shirt today because I want to talk about anchoring. And anchoring is a created association between a Pacific trigger and a Pacific state. These things happen through life and through everything I've gone through. The reason why I want to bring this up is because what just happened the last 48 hours. I just did a video on the 4-year, 2-month cure. And let me tell you about a lot of things I went through at that moment. And it were anchors, and I was just loving it. The reason why I wanted to talk about that is what I was going through. I was like, you know what? So I want to make sure that this volume is down on this side here because it might come up. So I want to make sure what's going on here. And I created my list because I always have my notes here for you. And it's really, I want to really talk about how I was feeling with the memories I was showing. And it came down to some specific things, right? It came down to an anchoring and how we actually look at anchoring. It's through what? It's through auditorio, you hear things, right? It's through kinetic, how we touch things. It's through visual, when you see those big buds, you see those big rooms, see what we got going on here, guys. And then we talk about the smell and the flavors. So these are some cool things. And as I said, my volume's come up here, so I'm going to turn it down now that I can probably, hopefully, so pay attention here, guys. Turn down the volume on this. Yes, I got that done. It's Mission Monday, and my stuff is turning. And I always know one thing. Okay, what I need to do is I need to bring up my Zoom. Okay, guys, 1 second here. And anchoring is a created association between a Pacific trigger and a Pacific state. Keeps playing. These things happen through life and through everything I've gone through. The reason why I want to bring this up is because I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to get this going because you guys are staying with me, and I appreciate you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and it's good to see you guys. Good morning, Mr. Green Thumb. Great to see you, brother. I got to get this to stop playing. That's what I was going with. I was like, you know what? So I want Mission Monday last week was fantastic. We talked about what our options, okay, I got it off. Yes. Now I got you guys. Thank you for bearing with me. The best thing about really is setting the intentions, what we got going on here. And like I wanted to say, we have to pivot, we have to move, we have to get things going on. And one thing I really love so much about what I got going on today is really what happened over the weekend. And it was amazing. And I talked about it because I had all these amazing anchors. Oh, this is the burn. Just saw that in the other video. And it's really taking a look at what we do in life. Like I said, I had the whole thing sitting here. I got a little frustrated. No, I got associated and I got focused. I got clear of what the mission was. It's setting that intention for the week, feeling getting things ready, getting things going. And I want to talk about some key things about anchoring in my life. That's what happened. Right. So I'm sitting in my room. It's in my garage. Now think about this. I cut down a crop 4 years, 2 months ago, over 4 years ago. And I really just sealed the room. I went in there off and on over the years a little bit. And I sat in that room yesterday. And I sat there. When I sat in there, I had my AC/DC shirt on there. I could hear that sound playing in the background, like in the 80s, because I was an AC/DC guy. These are anchors. Now, think of this. I want to find a feeling of something associated when you had a really good time back in your past. Something you could just really associate with it and feel that. I want you to feel that. Feel that sensation of just going back to the past, of somewhere you just felt it. So I'm sitting in my grow room and I'm sitting there and I'm feeling like going back to like 10 years ago, guys. Like all of a sudden I'm sitting in my room, like this was like a decade ago. And I started getting these smells because I started breaking up some old cannabis and like these smells started hitting me. And that brought me back even previous. It brought me back to when I was like a teenager. I was like, wow, that smell of that haze. And I'm like 16 years old. I'm like, this is so cool. So I really want to talk about anchoring and how we could create an association between a Pacific term and a Pacific state that make us feel what we want to feel and setting that anchor for the week at true intention, right? So I put this all down here, what I was going through and how I was kind of going through different systems because I take notes like crazy as I'm writing things down. And I was really to feel what I was going through. There was another time. If you guys all remember this time, it was when I was in the hospital. This is a big moment in my life. Okay. And this is where the terpenes came into play for me. And everybody remembers a strain called Purple Punch Runts. Wow. Okay. So now we're going to go back. We're going to go back. Close your eyes to a specific time in your life. And you smelled that sensation of something like, wow, it just kind of took you right there, right? Thanks, buddy. Great to see you guys this morning. Going, Matt. Well, I could just really feel this, Thomas, right? Because I went back to that state and I'm like, you know what? I could really feel that state. So I'm smelling this strain, Purple Punch Runts. And this always took me right back to the hospital when Bubble Man came into the hospital and put 15 terpenes underneath my nose. One of those terpenes took my pain away. And I was like, wow. Talk about a state change. Talk about in a moment in time. I got that moment yesterday. It took me, look at the goosebumps. It took me right back to 2016. We took back to that surgery, we took back to that time when my pain went away from that certain strain. Like, wow. So where in life have you had these moments? 1978, the Tool Gun Jug. See, there you talk about. You guys can go back to these things, right? And it got me to that association. I felt proud of where I was. Felt good. Give myself a pat on the back. Remember, pat yourself on the back. It's your mission Monday. Give yourself a pat on the back for those things you've accomplished. And really take a look at where you can go. Like I got fully associated to that feeling. So you have a feeling of accomplishment. I want you to feel that feeling right now. Just feel it. Feel it at level 1. Now, feel it at level 5. Feel that feeling at level 10. Bring it up there. When you get that feeling, go yes and squeeze your fist. Say yes. And that's what I did. Went yes and squeeze your fist and go yes. And on the way to the peak, do something unique, guys. Remember this. On the way to the peak, do something unique and go yes. See, this is what I've really felt yesterday. So I wanted to bring this amazingness to you because you know what? I set the intention this morning. I said, I'm going to bring this association. I'm going to bring this feeling to my mission Monday and set that intention for the week and just get yes. That power song, AC/DC, yes. Back in black, right? So that's why I put on this favorite shirt today. I want to take that favorite song that pushed you through something that you just got like, yeah, that song pushed me through. Was it that, well, like sometimes for me, it's Metallica. I get into some old music, it just pushes me, or that love song that make you come to the heart. Or how about grandma's apple pie? You taste that. Yes. Now, set that intention for the week and taste that vision, taste that mission. That's what I love doing, guys, is setting that mission, setting that intention, and seeing where we want to go and letting nothing get in your way. Sometimes it's that song that gets you going, right? Rocky, dun, 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 dun. Ah, right? Or that song, from like freedom. These are all associated conditions that drive us forward. So say you're feeling a little down. You're not feeling that well. Grab that favorite song. Maybe put on those favorite shows. Put on something that's going to drive you through to get you through that mission. It pushes it because you know what? You can change that feeling at any moment. It's like that 2-minute shift, right? So when you make that shift, you make that change, you make it conscious for yourself, for the ones around you. Remember that. Because when I'm feeling on top of the world, you guys feel it with me? See, feel on top of the world, seeing that mission, seeing that state, where you want to go. Clarify and verify. You know, that's what we do here. We set a mission, we set an intention, we let nothing get in the way, and we what? Thomas, you're awesome. Robert, German hydroponics. Great to see you, Germany. We got growing on. Make sure you grab those books. I have a book, LEDs, The Keys to Going Future. It's in German. It's on Amazon. Of course it is. It's in Spanish too. I had this association to be able to push things through. That's what we get to do today, guys. So I have a song. I set that meeting. I set that intention. We're setting an anchor. It can be visual. It can be auditory sound. It can be kinetic, somebody touching you. It can be taste, how you taste something. It can be the smell. Remember, these are ways that we can get through our days. And you have that mission, you wake up in the morning, you just, put on that song, goes, yes. Put on that song, goes, yes. But maybe it's Nice Earl Grey double bergamot tea. Mm. And Timmy Tuner, I'm here. Timmy, great to see you, brother. We're pushing forward with our mission Monday. We're setting anchors because when I walked into that grow room yesterday and I sat down there and I started looking at that cure for 4 years, 2 months. Yeah, April 30th of 2022 is when I got in the accident. And that's another anchor that drove me forward. Because when I got in that accident, it changed everything for me. In midair, I made a decision in my brain that if I landed and when I did, I was going to push through this. And what happened? I dove into AI. It was that next anchor for me to push through, to have that fight. I had to push through when I needed something to help me. That's what things do. These are moments in time when you figure things out. And there's a moment in time that I was able to push through that next level. When I smelled that smell yesterday, I was like, I'm here. Thomas Bowman, you guys are all here. So I want you to go into that room and find that very special moment in time. And I want you to go, it gets you fully associated. You feel it. It puts a smile on your face. Yeah, for me, see when I squeeze these fingers, I laugh, right? Because I'm setting an intention. I'm setting an anchor to a feeling of associating something that makes me feel even more better in my life. So set that anchor for that feeling that makes you push forward. It's Mission Monday. What's that song that's going to drive you forward? Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. What's that flavor? What's that flavor? They go, that's the one I need. It gives me the victory flavor. Mm, what's the victory flavor? I want to write that down. We're here like who say, you know what? You guys are awesome. Cheers, you guys. I got you on this side. I got you on this side. I want to look right at you guys. I want to make sure they get fully associated for your mission money and see where you want to go, that intention. When we write it down, we put it down and we feel it in here. And then we see it in our vision. And then we make a public announcement of what we want to do. We let nothing get in our way, right? That's why I show up every mission Monday to set the intention for the week for what I'm going to be pushing myself through. I get pulled. I got a new book coming out. You damn right. So I'm writing my next book, and it's going to be on AI, fully associated AI, pushing it through that next level on how you can see AI in your future. Why? Because I actually wrote it in my mind first. I saw it, right? The first book, Smart AI and Cannabis. All these books, I fully associate and see it first. I write it down, and I get that song that drives me forward to write it. So find that song, find those favorite pairs of shoes, find that vision that's going to drive you and get that right state of mind and that nothing to get in your way. Yes, and that's what got me into back and growing with you guys. The messaging, thank you for always the purple alien, my strain. I love that, Timmy. You know what? And Thomas, what's your favorite strain, Thomas? Because I got you here and here. You can see me kind of trying to look. I want to pay attention here because when I look over here, I got two strains going on. So, what's your intention for the week? What's that mission's going to push you forward? What's the anchor that's going to push you and get you full station to get you to that nice feeling of yes? I'd play the song, YouTube would monetize me. Okay, so I can't do that. I'll be like, dun, 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 right? Get that favorite song going. Get up. Let's get associated, guys. Everybody stand up. You right there? Stand up. Let's stand up. Let's get up and go. Yes. Make that move. Yes. And get fully associated for your Mission Monday, guys. Get out there, get ready, get purpose driven, and what? Have a fantastic day. Because you know what I'm going to do here today? I'm going to set up for my Trajectory Tuesday, what we got going on with my other channel, which you guys got going on. Do what you love, love what you do. Have a fantastic Mission Monday. Say yes to that mission. Play that favorite song. Get in that room, get that favorite smell. Maybe get that favorite taste. Hey, maybe it's that favorite touching and give yourself some love. Have a fantastic day, guys, and say yes to your Mission Monday. Peace. Thanks again.